Everyone, welcome to another capsule selection. Today, I want to showcase to you guys a very crisp and clean white wine out of the house of 3 by Wade, which is a Chenin Blanc from California, Appalachian. I also want to take you and showcase this very dignified and suave fragrance that I picked up from the house of Atelier des Ors. It goes by the name of Noir by Night. Two great selections going into this spring and warmer weather. I can't wait to get this review out to you guys. If this sounds like the type of content you think you'll enjoy, hey, pull up a seat, pour a glass, and of course, let's enhance. Cheers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dry Down. This is the channel where we aspire to enhance and elevate our olfactive sensory experiences through the understanding of the different aromas, facets, and nuances of scent, cigars, and wines. I'm your host, Chris. Welcome to today's experience. Today, as I stated, we're going to showcase a very nice and enjoyable scent that I picked up from Atelier des Ors that goes by the name of Noir by Night. This particular fragrance, for me, gave me one of the most pleasurable wearing experiences. That gave me one of the most complimented dates to date for me wearing a perfume. Now, this bottle, as you always know about the Atelier des Ors, has the golden flakes inside of it, but this flacon is different in a way that has a black to blue clear gradient. Gold top with the insignia of Atelier des Ors on top, and it's a very beautiful flacon to have in your collection and sit on your stand. It comes in a 3-tiered box that I'll profile for you right now. It comes sleeved, and then the box is a pull-out style dresser drawer, and it has the carved foam for the flacon to sit inside. It has all the batch code and ingredient information on the bottom. Very sturdy wooden box. Atelier des Ors always come correct with their presentation for packaging and bottle presentation. So now, let's get into the scent profile. As I stated, to me, this is a very dignified gentleman scent. It's non-flamboyant, but it makes you self-assured when you have this scent on. It creates a surging blue and black and gold energy. It's almost a cooling and relaxing effect for you. And it's a scent to me that it draws everyone closer in an audacious fashion. To me, this is a scent I've heard things about, but I didn't think it would be this good. It's an iridescent type of feel to it, very luxurious, very warming, very cooling at the same time, and it's almost impossible to resist. Now, for me, on this particular fragrance, the opening is pure excitement. It opens with a lemon, almost a citrusy, lemony, fresh olibanum accord. And we know how those olibanum accords can come off a bit smoky and incensey, but also have lemony facets to it. And for me, the lemony facet is the one that takes over in the opening for this particular fragrance. It also combines itself with a coriander accord that is slightly peppery. It's not coniferous, it's not herbaceous, but it's really, it picks up a spice, a warm, almost, as I may say, an energizing spice to the opening. So the lemony facets of the olibanum, and then that crisp, clean, almost turpentine effect of the coriander brings an effervescence and aliveness to this particular fragrance. Very uplifting, very outgoing type of fragrance. This is a party fragrance. There has this almost a devastating combination that draws you from the top of the accords to the heart notes, which are a combination of natural and synthetic ingredients. The way that they combine this going into the mid, they put this headspace technology together. An ingredient that came about from that was caviar, and that tells you right there what type of scent this is. This is one for the party goer, this is one for the nightlife, and this is one for even the evening elegant gala. So the caviar note comes off a bit savory, almost a little salinic, like an ambergris note would be, nothing more, nothing less. It doesn't come off to smell like caviar, not fishy, not odorous of oceanic vibes. It's more of a ambergris type of scent to it. A little more salinic, but it's still an ambergris type of vibe. It then combines itself with the mate tea, which is nice, phenolic, herbaceous type of odor. That aroma and that faucet comes into play. It weaves itself throughout. It's not one that stays permanently present when it into the mid of the fragrance, but it gives a nice fougere style essence to this particular scent. I like that about it because what it does, it gives you that suave and dignified gentleman type of aura without making it flamboyant. It could be one, gives it an upscale and elevated type of appeal, but nothing that will take it and be ostentatious at all. A very nice smelling scent. This one, for me, it is a scent that also has a rich and opulent base of guaiac wood, cashmere wood, which is another synthetic, but it also has a very nice sandalwood accord. So all in all, with the way that they blended this fragrance, it came in with two cashmere or two synthetic ingredients that really make a combination for this to be a synthetic yet smoky and woody, green, spicy fragrance. And those two ingredients, one is one of my favorites right now in working with the raw material, which is Dreamwood. It's a derivative / synthetic compound to imitate some of the best smelling sandalwoods. And to me, that's a great scent. I love working with that particular scent. I love smelling it in the air. I love working with it with certain citrus accords. So when I found out that it would be in this particular scent as one of the first scents to protrude and portray that essence, I was like, I gotta have it. Bought it blind. And for me, it's been nothing but fun to wear this particular fragrance. One that you can wear to the office. This particular scent, although it's called Noir, it is not a heavy or dark fragrance. It's a very pleasant, drawing in closer to your audience and bringing your either your significant other or even just in a essence of wearing it out and about will bring people to be complimentary to you. This for me, I stated on my Instagram page, this was one of the most complimented fragrances that I'd ever received compliments on in a 2-hour time period, and I received 12 particular comments and compliments on this scent in a 2.5-hour time span. And so for me, not only did that give me a surprise in the way that came about, but it also gave me the more a feeling of, how can I say this? It gave me a feeling that type of feedback from people can give you such an uplifting, powerful, and confident feeling. Not only do you know you look good, because people don't really, they compliment you, but they don't say too much, but to have 12 in one day, albeit within a 12 or 2-hour time span where the scent was really projecting, I had never received that before on any fragrance at all. And so that was quite a beautiful moment for me to have in my fragrance journey. To be able to pocket that and say I got that many compliments on a fragrance choice was wonderful. Like I said, it opens, to break this down and give you an effect of how this blend and composition is made. It opens, like I said, with the lemony fresh and spicy, herbaceous, slightly herbaceous accords of coriander that weave through that herbaceous note of mate. The mid is a dreamwood / sandalwood accord that goes with that salinic and savory caviar, which is an ambergris, lending its nose to type of odor or aroma. It then goes to that sweet, smoky, resinous style of guaiac wood that gives it a nice, just a bountiful and bold type of presence to this particular scent, which makes it, has an extended amount of beauty and woodiness to the particular fragrance that I tend to like in all of my fragrances. I'm coming to find out, and you may be also finding out, that I enjoy scents with guaiac wood and scents that have Cistus labdanum. And for this to come off and have that great accord of guaiac wood, a nice accord of cashmerean, that soft, supple, hazy-like feeling of cashmerean, and also the dreamwood scent profile of sandalwood gave me great pleasure with this particular scent. I'm glad that I could introduce this scent to you guys and give you some insight onto what it is may come from Atelier des Ors in the Noir by Night scent. Very intense, it's an intense type of scent with a fervor that just makes you enjoy the presence of this scent on your skin. And I'll tell you this, it does not stay linear at all. It has a great sillage pocket of about 2-3 feet. I was getting compliments from people across desk of about 4 feet when I first sprayed it. The sillage, of course, is one of the best better sillage trails that I can tell you that people complimented me on, because some of the people were coming behind me and were walking up to me and past me and say how much I smell very well. And I was like, that, like I said, was a great way to receive and have this signature scent for anyone come about from the house of Atelier des Ors. It smells phenomenal. Like shit, a deeply, deeply sensual party night, date night, night out type of scent. I would love to see what this scent is gonna do for me when I wear it on a night out situation. And that is my assessment of Atelier des Ors Noir by Night. A nice, effervescent, feel-good party type of essence that has some base woody notes that just, it smells fantastic. I would suggest anyone get a sample of this if they're into Atelier des Ors scents. It's one that I don't see it where it leans masculine or feminine, but I would, as a man, enjoy this greater than I would smelling on a woman particularly. Again, that is Noir by Night by Atelier des Ors. Alright guys, so now let's get into the pour. What I want to introduce you to is by one of our favorite point guards in the NBA, has produced a wine business. I've once prepared and showcased his Cabernet Sauvignon in a few videos back, and I would like to present to you guys his 2021 Chenin Blanc from the California appellation as well. This is 3 by Wade's 2021 Chenin Blanc, of course. This is a straw pale wine, slightly melony dewish in color, pale yellow, like I said, maybe even this little straw. The legs on this particular wine run very thin and fast, so the viscosity is not there, which is a standard for a Chenin Blanc wine. Some white wines have more viscosity, but this one here has very little. On the nose, you pick up immediately a pungent lemon grove. A very, very pungent lemon grove. So in that lemon grove, what I'll say is, well, you get a nice, I don't smell any oak, so the woods aren't there in this particular aromas and characteristics of this scent. But off the nose, you get the lemon grove, which is very, very pertinent. You get almost a peach or a stone fruit, maybe like a nectarine nectar. You get some of the alcohol in the nose, but it comes off more of a high amount of citric acid than it does for a very high amount of alcohol smell, if you get what I'm saying. It smells more citric than it does alcohol. A very bright scent on the nose, very, very crisp and clean, which makes it one of those very, it's a nice dinner wine with poultry and fish that has been made with a either a cream sauce or a lemon sauce. You can smell like a little bit of quince. No earth at all in the smell. The aromas don't give me any earth, maybe a slight minerality to it, but no earth. Very nice aromas on the nose for this one. So on the mouthfeel, you get very little tannins on this wine, if any at all. I really don't pick up any tannins. High acidity though. This is a 13.1 alcohol by volume wine, which on the finish is drawn out with almost a grapefruit rind type of taste to it. The palate feel gives a very nice astringent grapefruit rind, but it has the lingering of the alcohol feel going down your palate. The mouth walls are finishing very, very fast. They don't have any lingering tannins or any of the lingering profile of the acidity, which is nice to have in a crisp wine like this. Also, for the mouthfeel, you pick up some sweetness. That sweetness comes from what I would say is more of the citric accords, almost like biting into a very sweet. I don't know if you guys have had the new style of hybrid fruit from Sunkist, which is a nectarine and lemon put together. That's what I'm getting from this particular wine right now, and it's very. I like it. I enjoy it a lot. It has a nice presence about it. It can be one to have situation where you have a nice conversation, you and your date going to a dinner date or just a lounge date, you sit back, this is a nice white wine to have. It takes you away from the Moscatos and some of the Pinot Grigios and things of that sort to take you into a new grape varietal. The Chenin Blanc to me is one of the best grape varietals when it comes to white wine for cooler weather. It sits well, it settles well, it can go from a temperature of drinking in around 40, 45 degrees, and then as it sits, it doesn't become stale or pungent. It stays nice until a room temperature, and you can enjoy it. It won't be something you'll put down because it didn't stay crisp and clean and cold. Now for me, I had the other day the joy of picking this wine up and drinking it. I made a meal, and how I paired this, I had an option to drink this or a red wine, and I chose this one. But what I did, I made a sesame noodles dish, and that dish had sesame noodles, as I stated, with cucumbers chopped in it, with Italian, a homemade Italian dressing. Also, I put in a orzo and spinach salad with feta cheese. Made that. I also did a butter seared asparagus. And the trick to this particular wine for me that evening was I had a choice between red and white meats, and I chose to make a London broil. But what I did in making that London broil, and I'll put some B-roll in it, because I did take some B-roll footage of the meal I had with it. I actually did a lemon butter sauce over the London broil. And for me, that tied this in so well because it was nice to go with the cooler sesame salad and the orzo and feta cheese, which this goes great with soft cheeses. So the feta was in there giving it just a very nice tonality and, you know, giving it very pronounced flavor profile to the wine as well. But the London broil with the glaze of lemon and parsley gave that even more of a mouthfeel that was fantastic. I really enjoyed the wine. I think 3 by Wade is coming out with some great wines. This 2021 Chenin Blanc, like I stated, is one of my favorites. I drank this all summer long last year and decided that I would give it a review and state to you guys that this one I think you should pick up, because 3 by Wade is producing some good wines. He's one of the great black producers out here doing it for us guys. So all in all, that's my profile for you guys today. Great mouthfeel, high acidity, nice alcohol levels of 13.1, nothing high, nothing low. Very nice on the tongue. You get the minerality, you get high acidity, you get nice citric fruits along with a nice a dew melon accord, for me at least. No butter to it, no woods, just a nice crisp clean white wine with a little bit of I'll say the aptitude is slightly heavy. Then you got the party going scent that I can't wait to get out to a club, because it is one that is a head turner, as I stated. And I don't know if you got that or it came across, because I didn't want to pronounce it too much, but this thing gave me 12 compliments in one day, and I was very amazed at that. This is a compliment magnet of a scent, and it's one that I'm going to greatly enjoy wearing throughout the spring up until midsummer. Some of the base notes can become slightly heavy. The Olibanum does not, because it's in the lemon style of Olibanum used, and it's also a top note, so it gets more ephemeral and leaves off, but it leaves you down with this nice salinic ambergris style of fragrance that is very warm, cozy, cuddling, but yes, fresh and effervescent. That is my experience with you guys today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this experience. This has been a tandem review series combining Wade's 3 by Wade, Chenin Blanc, and Atelier des Ors Noir by night. You guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video.